On the water today at Anchor Marine with John Howlett, who's the general manager, and we're going to talk about the things that you need in your boat before you set off to the raging seas. So let's start with the things that are required by law.
All right, Matt, these are the things that are required by law. Number one, you need flares. You have to have at least 4 of them. They have to be current and not expired.
Okay.
You need to have some form of audible signal device. This is a simple whistle. Most boats have a horn that will do. You don't have something like that, especially on a Sea-Doo, a watercraft, you need a whistle. You need some form of signaling device, flag. This is standard orange. You could also use yellow, but this is what's accepted by the Coast Guard. Everything out on the water, whether it's a personal watercraft or whether it's a boat, needs to have a fire extinguisher. Once again, you want to make sure it's not expired.
All right, and then besides this, I see that we have a lot of personal flotation devices. Give us a little breakdown.
Some people call them life jackets, the technical term, personal flotation device. Here on the right, you have the very basic one, approved by the U.S. Coast Guard. Many people store these things on their boat because they're going to have a lot of people on the boat, and they're easy to store, simple. For those people that are going to be out on the water a lot, fishermen, people that spend a lot of time out in boats, you want something a little bit more sophisticated. The orange one is very good for fishermen. A lot of people in Western New York, walleye fishermen, are out at night. Reflective collar. And that one on the right is form-fitted for people for personal flotation devices.
And you want to make sure that they're stamped by the U.S. Coast Guard.
All and approved. And you want to make sure you have the right size. You want to make sure they're comfortable when you put them on, and they have all the straps. You can cinch them up, so if you go in the water, they don't ride up on you.
Perfect. Now over here we have an anchor.
Anchor. Once again, make sure it's the right size for your boat, big enough for your boat.
And then some anchor line.
Required to have 50 feet, but I recommend 100.
So you want to have as much length as you need for
Absolutely.
your current situation.
You have deep, fast-moving water around here.
And then, not required by law, but it seems like it's a smart idea, we have a
propeller, spare propeller. Once again, rocky bottom around here. A lot of people chop up a propeller. You not only want to have a spare propeller, make sure it's the right one for your boat, but you also want to have the wrench so you can get the nut off and replace it.
So you can actually use it.
Yes.
And you were telling me just a second before that it's not required, but boating insurance is a good idea. Just real quick, tell us about boating insurance.
Extremely important to make sure that you're insured. Accidents happen out on the water. Your boat could actually get stolen. You want to make sure that you're protected before you go out on the water.
Well, just like owning a car, owning a boat is all about being proactive. You want to have the right gear, the right insurance, and the right information. For more information, you can look.
Call your Coast Guard Auxiliary or the Coast Guard. Check with your local power squadron. Feel free to call us right here at Anchor Marine. We'd be more than glad to help you out.
And you want to remember, always be safe. Well, this weekend, Anchor Marine is hosting their grand opening. You can check out their new facility. They're going to have hot dogs and refreshments along with prizes and gifts for the first 500 people. So you can stop down there between 9 and 5 on Saturday and 11 and 4 on Sunday just to see what they have got going on. And they have such cool boats down there.
They sure do. And you have an anchor right next to you, too. And this is my anchor line.
Is that your anchor line?